Hey, Erwin. Welcome to Pocket Pals. Erwin is a mycotherapist, and we would love to talk about mushrooms and how, different types of mushrooms, therapeutic uses. Erwin, I'm just going to let you go straight into it. So off you go.
Oh, thank you. Thank you for being in your podcast show. I'm from Holland, so maybe the language is not that good, but let's try to do it in English. Yeah, my name is Erwin Bakker. I'm a myco-therapist. I work with medical mushrooms, and but also with psychedelic mushrooms. More with psychedelic mushrooms because I'm a philosopher. So we talk with people about life, about the problems of life, what is a good life, what's a bad life. Um, but today I want to talk with you about the medical mushrooms because they are hot today.
Mm.
A lot of people want to know about medical mushrooms. Why are they medical mushrooms, and what are the benefits of that medical mushrooms?
Um, by medical mushrooms, what kind of mushrooms are we talking about?
Um, yeah, first of all, I wanna I wanna tell the people who are listening or watching the podcast, the mushroom, the fungi. You got four types. The first type is mushroom can kill you. There are mushrooms that will kill you. Um, there are also mushrooms that can feed us, like the oyster mushroom, or the mushrooms can feed us and brings us lives. Um, there are also mushrooms that gives us spirituality um, experience, and that are the mushrooms that if you take it in high doses, you will hallucinate, or yeah, you be an astronaut in your own mind. Um, and the last group that are mushrooms that can heal the body. And that mushrooms, like the lion's mane, the reishi, the turkey tail, they are mushrooms that really can benefit the body. And but there's a lot of. I want to talk to you about five mushrooms, and with these five mushrooms, you can get the whole all the benefits from all the diseases you want to heal or you want to try to heal, because the mushroom does not heal the body. The mushroom gives the nutrients for the body that then the body can heal by itself.
Mm.
We call it homeostase. Homeostase. I don't know if it's an English word, but
Yeah.
it's a mechanism of the body to get in balance when it's out of balance.
Homeostasis. Yes, the same.
Yeah,
Same.
homeostasis.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Oh, that's brilliant.
So yeah, that's my work. Um, and I was a nutritionist,
Nutrition.
uh,
Yeah, yeah.
nutrition. Um, and when I start to work with mushrooms, I was really flabbergasted about it, because people are they really get healthy, and if they go to the doctor and they take some blood, even the doctors, they are confused about the results of the blood results.
So really quickly, was that from research that you conducted, or was this general research?
It's experience. I only talk about experience. It's important because in Holland, if you talk about diseases like cancer, if I told people the turkey tail can heal cancer, um, I got a lot of problems,
Mm.
because you cannot tell mushroom can heal cancer because it's the body that heals the cancer. Um,
Like, how did that, knowing about turkey tail or lion's mane or reishi,
yeah,
um, which Paul Stamets has also said, and like, because where did you get that research from? Um, and obviously, you've been doing this your whole life.
yeah.
You're a mycotherapist. So, like from the beginning, where did it go? Oh, this is definitely happening, and not just like, yeah. I mean, anecdotally or just from seeing people. It'd
Yeah,
be
of course,
really.
it's all anecdotally. It's all anecdotally. Of course, if you search on the internet, you can find a lot of scientific results of the mushrooms. But I've learned it anecdotally. Also, how do you call it? Self researching.
Hmm.
And of course, the results of clients I help with mushrooms. So let's tell me maybe a little bit of metaphor of why the mushrooms are so healthy, and just in a story so people can understand. And I always tell a story about my plants in my living room.
Hmm.
If you buy a plant in the plant shop, it is a healthy plant. But why is it a healthy plant? Because the soil of the plant is healthy because there's a lot of life in it, like fungi, like bacteria, maybe some insects. And if you just put water in it, in
Hmm.
about 1 year, the plant just
Packs
getting
up.
better. Yeah, getting worse. It's not getting healthy. So what can you do? You can take some fertilizer and then you boost the plant. It will grow again, it will be green, it will be healthy, a healthy plant. But I just see the fertilizer just like a vitamin supplement. So everything in nature is being digested or is digesting. That's all, everything in nature is that process of being digested or are digesting. Um, So the soil of the room plant, it's getting poor and poor because all the life is getting into the plant.
Hmm.
And if you put some fertilizer in it, you boost it, it's good because there's nutrients and the plant will love it and it will grow, but the soil will be empty and empty and empty and empty. So with that knowledge that everything in nature is digesting or being digested, it's also with the human body. So
Hmm.
our digestive system, it's with a lot of fungi, with a lot of bacteria, but that's from us. They live in us. And with the food we buy in the supermarket, there's not going to be enough soil in the digestive system to get
Hmm.
to be healthy. So if you put some vitamin pills in it, of course you will feel it. You will feel the energy and you will feel everything, but you will not heal. Because when you want to heal, you need the nutrients in the body that suits the body.
Hmm.
Do you understand?
So like by new so because I have supplements myself. I know
Yeah.
so when I have instead of having the supplements, let's say I replaced it with um fungus or like what would the difference be?
The difference will be that you will train your body to get the nutrients again out of the food.
Right. So that means like if I digest the food, so let's say I digest the mushroom, it will basically have an ecosystem within the actual stomach
Yeah,
or body
yeah,
to then pull the nutrients as it requires. So
yeah.
basically, it's like a nice little
You, you,
rerouter.
you just put some soil into the digestive system for that living organism who lives in your body and gives you the life. So if you
Mm.
want to have life, you feel alive, you have to feed the bacteria in the digestive system, because that's life. Just like the plant, if you got a plant in your house and in 1 year the plant is going to be die or not being healthy, and when you put some new soil to it,
Mhm.
it will grow again. And that's the thing with mushrooms. It's like a prebiotica.
Mm. So it's yeah. So it's like having a pro thing they're called prebiotics and there's
Yeah,
probiotics. So
prebiotic. Yeah, yeah.
prebiotics. So like yeah. So having a certain mushrooms. So which mushroom do you think out of the like the turkey tail reishi lion's mane should people target first to get
Target
into their
first.
body?
Yeah. Well, let's handle the five most popular mushrooms. I think, as a mycotherapist, the turkey tail is the most beautiful mushroom from this five.
Mm.
And why is that? Because the turkey tail, all the mushrooms got a lot of beta glucans, and the turkey tail got a lot of the beta glucans. And the beta glucans, they have a signal function for the immune system.
Mm.
So the immune cell, it got a receptor, especially for the beta glucans. And if the beta glucan will fit on the immune cell, it would give a signal to go to work, to heal the body. And of course, the beta glucans are also in vegetables.
Mm.
But in that,
Which vegetables are they in besides the turkey tail?
yeah,
Which
like I don't know in English, the red beet,
oh, beetroot. Yeah, yeah, yeah,
yeah,
yeah,
or red
yeah.
cole, or a lot of vegetables got beta glucans.
Hmm.
But the turkey tail got a lot of the beta
So
glucans.
dense.
So when people take the turkey tail, the immune system will be better and better. And the first thing people will recognize when they use turkey tail is that their skin is going to be a lot of younger, with
Mm.
no rimples. Like eczema will disappear. You know when fungi on the foot
Athlete's
with the
foot. Yeah,
nail, with the
yeah,
nail,
yeah. Oh,
with
yeah.
the
That
yellow nail.
yellow. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
yeah.
yeah. So it will disappear. It will disappear
Right.
with the turkey tail. So why does it disappear?
Yeah.
Um, because your skin is the biggest immune system of the body.
Mm.
It's the biggest organ. So if your immune system is being busy with all kinds of how do you call it, ontsteking, with one moment.
No, no, it's fine. Absolutely. Just going off screen. I love the backing, by the way.
Ah, thank you, thank you.
It's great. I'm gonna keep.
Inflammation. If you got a lot of inflammation, so the immune system has to go to work to get the inflammations, get rid of it. Um, there's not going to be energy for the skin.
Mhm.
So for me as a therapist, the first thing I do is watch the skin. Is it a healthy skin? Then it's a healthy body. And
That's
the turkey tail will give you in about 2 weeks that healthy skin.
so okay. So if I order, because I mean, sometimes I've done because of lockdown, I got into foraging, and
Yeah,
really, and turkey tail has been the main mushroom that I've found. It's so
yeah,
easy to find. It looks like a turkey
yeah,
tail.
yeah,
Underneath, you've got the paws and stuff.
yeah.
Yeah, it's great. And I pull it off. Is that better to get than buying capsules? Because capsules you can buy from like,
Yeah.
you know,
There's of course. I tell everybody, maybe you can grow them by yourself.
mhm.
Maybe you can go to nature and find it by yourself. Um, but if everybody goes to the woods and gets the mushrooms out of there, we're gonna have a problem because that fungi is not he's in the forest for a reason.
Mm.
Um, so a lot of supplements, mushroom supplements, they are grown into a laboratory
Mm.
with the most ideal environment. So I prefer to buy the mushrooms, also because there's a turkey, the turkey tail. But
Mhm.
there's a lot of difference between the turkey tail. The turkey tail we talk about is the Colorios versicolor, but you got more and more fungi. So don't go into nature and take a gamble. It's a gamble.
Yeah, because you can get the fake turkey tail. I know that there's a one that is actually not good for you. Like you'll break into a rash and stuff.
Yeah,
But at the same time, I used to treat it like Pokemon. So I tried to catch Like I tried to get a mushroom that would like, and I'd be like, "Is this edible? Is this allowed?" And then
Yeah.
just see. But
That's
with
the
turkey,
mysterious of mushrooms. That's the mysterious of mushrooms. That's why people don't like mushrooms, because if you take the wrong mushroom, the wrong fungi, you will die.
yes, they got every mushroom's edible. Some are edible only once. So-
Yes, yes. Well, at the turkey tail, there's something special with the turkey tail,
Mhm.
because there's a polysaccharides. It called crestin.
Polysaccharide.
Saccharides. Yeah, it's like colhydrate.
That's okay. As
Yeah.
like you say, oh, and I'm so glad that you can speak any English because I can't speak any Dutch. So I'm glad that you know.
It's
So
a
this,
polysaccharide. It's the energy that not being digested in the stomach and comes into the big darm, the
large intestines.
yeah, large intestines. Thank
Yeah.
you. And that's the prebiotica. Yeah, not the pro, but the pre. It's but in the turkey tail, they got the polysaccharide crestin,
Mhm.
and that will stop the blood flood into the cancer cell. So in Japan, the turkey
Mhm.
tail, the PSK, is a medicine for cancer treatment.
Right.
So a lot of people with cancer take the turkey tail
Mhm.
besides the chemotherapist,
Chemotherapy.
just to boost that immune system when the cancer treatment cuts the immune system down. So when you put the turkey tail with the cancer treatment, the regular cancer treatment, there's a win-win situation.
Mhm. Mhm. And
So
but
that's, yeah,
so so could you? I mean, that's actually something that I suppose is quite controversial, and it's good that we're talking about it.
yeah,
Um, if you do chemo, could you take turkey tail in conjunction?
yeah,
Would that help?
yeah, yeah, yeah,
And and because there's some people obviously like my father-in-law passed away with cancer, and I know quite we all know people who've died of cancer, and there's just a point where there's no return. Like the doctors would say, there's no
yeah.
return as well. Would turkey tail help at that point?
Well, it's a because you play with the hope
Mm,
of people. Um, if the doctor tells you it cannot be cured, why not try it? Because it cannot damage the body. But if you believe that mushrooms it's a miracle, it's the holy grail, I think you will be disappointed,
mm.
because it's more difficult than just taking a medicine or a mushroom, because you have to change everything. You have to change what you feed, no chronic stress, no emotional difficulty in your life, a lot of rest. So it's the whole picture. You cannot say this will cure cancer. It's a whole protocol. And then also, if you do everything right, when the cancer is aggressive, you just you just have bad luck, and it's okay. And for people who have come in that state, the psychedelic mushrooms can really helps
Mm.
with the fear of death.
Of course, and so and I suppose this is where we got to. Well, I would love to talk about psychedelics a little bit later,
Yeah, later.
um,
Okay.
just because obviously it is in a lot of countries illegal, and I I want to talk about it very carefully.
Yeah, I understand. I understand. Uh,
Um, but
we-
in terms of turkey tail, so we got turkey tail, and it's good for immune system. It helps with the skin.
with the scan, with the digestive system, provides the whole health benefits for health care for yourself.
Yeah. And so with turkey, so you got turkey tail, and that's probably the one that you go, look, you should have. And what do you reckon the next one would be? Where would you?
I always start with the turkey tail because I think the most diseases starts with unbalance in the digestive system.
Mm.
So I always starts with the turkey tail, and then we see what's become of the depression, what become of the fear, what become of the pain in the body. So the turkey tail is for me is the most important mushroom. Then we got the Chaga mushroom. The Chaga mushroom is called a mushroom for eternal life. And why is that? You know, the turkey tail has got a lot of beta glucans, but all the
Mhm.
mushrooms got the beta glucans, and all the mushrooms got anti. Uh, oh shit! How do you call it?
Anti-aging?
Yeah, maybe anti-aging, it will get rid of the free radicals in your body.
Antioxidants. And
Antioxidant. Thank you very much.
yes. No, no,
So
no. I'm glad I'm hit because, like I said, I'm extracting information from
yeah,
someone who's. So this is why I really wanted you on the podcast. 'Cause I'm extracting information about these things, which I know are important. I've seen this, the science and research on it, and so I'm glad I've got you. That's why I'm like, I want to open this up
okay.
to exciting episodes. So
So,
whatever I can do to translate across,
yeah,
yeah,
it's
I'll do
okay.
my
It's
job.
okay. I hope people will understand because it's so nice to have this information.
Hmm.
Um, the Chaga mushroom, Chaga fungi, it will grow in the north of our planet, in
Hmm.
Siberia, in Russia, in Scandinavia or Tibet. Um, and it will grow on the berg. I don't know if it's
Bark, yeah, yeah, yeah. So like on a
the white bark.
it looks like it's crumbly, doesn't it? Like
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
yeah, yeah.
yeah. So it's a real ugly fungi, but it's a parasite. It's a
Huh?
parasite. So when you buy a supplement, you will buy probably the supplement they grow in and not yeah, they grow, but okay. So the Chaga will grow on living trees because it's a parasite.
Right.
And in the summer, it will get all the juices of the tree,
Hmm.
and he needs that juices to protect himself for the long winter. So he makes a lot of antioxidants. So people that are smoking, that are living a bad health lifestyle, or living in the city, really benefits with the Chaga. And also the Chaga, as when it comes into the digestive system, there's a bacteria, I don't know the Latin name, but it will produce a nutrient that socialize people. So when people taking the Chaga,
Hmm.
they are getting more social with other people. So that's really nice of the Chaga.
Right. And like okay, so I know alcohol can do that. Because
Yeah,
but how
it's
does
the same bacteria. The bacteria will produce GABA,
oh GABA, yeah,
uh,
yeah, yeah.
and it will lower
GABA.
stress and gives you more a social thing. And if you drink a lot of alcohol, it will do the same thing,
Mhm.
um, but it will kill your body. And the Chaga will heal your body. It's more good.
So
Yeah.
so Chaga it basically lowers your inhibition essentially.
Yes.
Almost like having an antidepressant. I'm guessing. I'm not too. I don't know the science behind it, but it's like having an antidepressant, but it actually works with your body rather than against it, like alcohol or antidepressants, so to speak.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah, that's the Chaga. I really like it. The Chaga, I have a tincture every day in my when I do my morning ritual. I take a little bit of Chaga in my coffee with a little bit of cacao. It's also
Mhm.
got a lot of antioxidants, so I've got that boost for the day.
Mhm.
So I can recommend it everybody just to take the turkey tail and the Chaga. It's okay to do that every day. It's just healthy. It's just healthy. So now we got the turkey tail and the Chaga. The turkey tail, it's a prebiotic for the immune system. The Chaga is antioxidants. But a lot of people got stress, and a lot of people, and this is really important for the people who got HSP, high sensitive person.
Like anxiety?
No, no, no. The people that have, there are high sensitive, they are, they feel more, they hear more. Maybe people say it's ADD,
Okay.
ADHD.
Yeah.
For me, it's just all the same. Just they are people that see more, they hear more, they feel more. But they can be how do you call it?
Overwhelmed.
Overwhelmed with all the things around them. So the reishi is a really nice mushroom because what does the reishi does? It will reduce the stress, but not with neurotransmitters, but the adrenaline will be reduced. So people who are very very sensitive, they feel like there's a tube around them, and so they got more energy, they sleep well, they got less stress, less fear. Also with they got also reducing histamine, so it
Right.
will alert your reactions. It's really nice to take the reishi. And also cancer and the immune system.
So Reishi helps with over-regulation,
Yeah,
essentially. So like if you've got ADHD, that probably means you've got high adrenals and stuff like that.
yeah.
If you
Like PTSS or
yeah,
everything that gives chronic stress to the body, the reishi will help you to get a better sleep without touching the neurotransmitters. That's really important.
right. Fascinating. So yeah, so it basically allows the body to regulate downwards,
Yeah,
whereas some would regulate upwards, like turkey tail would regulate
yeah,
your immune system up,
yeah.
and then reishi will regulate down, so it keeps it in that
So,
nice.
and that's really important because when you talk about the Chinese medicine, um, the chronic stress will shut down the immune system. So if you got chronic stress and you got skin problems, yeah, you can take the turkey tail, but maybe you have to start with the reishi to get rid of the stress, so the body can heal by himself. So you have to really look into the problem, and then you can suit a mushroom with it.
Wow.
So
Right.
the turkey tail again, the turkey tail, immune system and skin. The Chaga is for a healthier life, for a long living, healthier life, and the reishi stress reducing.
Wow. Right. And so actually no. Let's go through the next two mushrooms that you know your top five. And actually, that this I've got a really interesting question to ask you. So I've just saved it down. I've just written it down. But yeah, so your fourth mushroom.
My fourth mushroom. It's the most important mushroom in the Chinese medicine, traditional Chinese medicine, at the TCM. That's the Cordyceps sinensis.
Hmm.
And the Cordyceps is also a parasite who lives on insects. But if you buy the Cordyceps, it will be growth in a laboratorium without insects. So it's a vegan product. The Cordyceps is really really a good um, a power mushroom. A lot of top sports take the Cordyceps. And why does the Cordyceps is so powerful? It will makes the blood flow easier, so it's getting thinner. So the blood can go deeper into the cells of the body. Also, it can go deeper into the brain barrier.
Right.
So the nutrients can go also into the brain, It also got a little bit influence on dopamine. So it boosts a little bit dopamine into the body. So you get motivated, you get a focus. Um, and the oxygen in the blood will rise up. So it's
Right.
like a natural APO. A lot of people are doing endurance sports, are taking the cordyceps just to benefit the blood. So the cordyceps in the Chinese medicine is always the basis. You start with cordyceps and then you take the turkey tail. You start with the cordyceps and then you take the Chaga or the Reishi. So the cordyceps is the most important one.
And
Yeah.
sorry, just because my little knowledge of cordyceps is that one, and I'm just slightly deviating. It's that one with the ant, and it'll go
Yeah.
or caterpillar, and it'll go up the tree,
Yeah.
turn it into a zombie essentially.
That's one of the cordyceps because also just like the turkey tail, there are a lot of different. You got the Cordyceps militaralis, you got the Cordyceps sinensis. The Cordyceps sinensis is the best cordyceps, but it's really expensive.
Right.
Really expensive. It only grows into Tibet or Nepal. I don't know.
Hmm.
But a lot of other supplements, are taking the Cordyceps militaralis, but it's much stronger. I think it's a little bit stronger. It gives me, just like I take some Ritalin or something, and go
Wow.
a lot of energy. So yeah, the cordyceps is a real booster. Be careful when you have a burnout and you need that energy
Mm.
because you will go above the line. You will get more and more. uh, yeah, you will go over your own body border.
Okay, so like if you are burning out and you're pushing your body to the extreme, don't have cordyceps because you'll
Don't
push
have corn.
past.
No, because you get the energy, but you will. Yeah, it's not good. It's not good. Where you've got burnout, take the reishi.
I see. Um, and so, like you're saying, all these mushrooms, they're all from Chinese medicine, or is it also
Uh,
shown in other places as well?
no, it's all, and also in our in our planet, in our world, we've got, of course, we've got the West and we've got
Mhm.
the East. I think that in China, um, they know much more about mushrooms than in the West, because they have a treatment with mushrooms for 4, 5, maybe 6,000 years. Um, but also in Canada, they are really, the scientists are really making a rush with it.
Mm. It's
So
making
you
lots
got
of.
you got two camps, the Chinese camp and the Kennedy's camp.
Oh, I mean, that's good because actually, this is something that I realized with medicine is obviously there are two ways of going about things. And, the Western medicine has come one way and the Eastern medicine has come another. But actually, they're almost getting to the same place. Like, you wouldn't overdo it with painkillers,
No,
but you also wouldn't overdo it with cordyceps, So it's good that there's like a balance between the two and it suits the body essentially. So, number five,
the number
which.
five, that's a really interesting one. That's the lion's mane.
Hmm.
And the lion's mane is the only mushroom who has antidepressant effects. So people who are in a depression or maybe getting almost into the depression really can have some benefits with the lion's mane. Also with ADHD, ADD, um, but it goes farther than that because dementia, Parkinson, when you've got a TIA, when you've got damage in the brain, the
Hmm.
lion's mane can help heal the problem in the brain. Why does the mushroom can do that? Because it's got a special nutrition in the mushroom, and they call it a neuropeptide.
Mm.
And that neuropeptide will give the brain a signal to get new neural paths.
Mhm.
Um,
Yeah, neurogenesis and neural
yeah,
paths. Yeah.
neurogenesis. So if something wrong in the head, the linesman can fix it.
Mm.
And I tried with a lot of different persons, also with dementia, also with Parkinson. Um, Dementia and Parkinson cannot be healed,
Mm.
but you can get your life back.
So it can be
Get the life.
managed,
Yeah, you can
essentially.
manage. Yeah, yeah,
So have you seen? So and actually, I think that's important as well. Obviously, I'm 33. My parents are coming up to 60 now. So in the next 20, 30 years, I do worry about the Parkinson's dementia
yeah.
side. So if so, have you seen like a tale, like it being easier when people have lion's mane, their lives being easier and a slower decline as compared to someone with actual dementia and who don't take lion's mane. I don't know if there has been research on that or whether how.
They are doing a lot of research,
Mm.
especially with the lion's mane and the psychedelic mushroom.
Mm.
Like my father, he had a dementia
Mhm.
and they cannot do anything about it. When I give my father the lion's mane with the psychedelic mushroom,
Mhm.
that's not illegal in Holland,
Mhm.
but then in microdosing, I was I got chicken bones when I
Oh
felt
yeah,
it
yeah.
because I saw my father being himself again, and I
Wow.
was enjoying the music, and I can have a conversation with him. So yes, there's a lot of scientific experience now with dementia, Parkinson, with psychedelic and the lion's mane
No,
mushroom.
no. So yeah, because with lion's mane it causes neurogenesis, and like you're saying with psychedelics, which you've done legally and absolutely fine.
Yeah,
And actually, uh, I want to ask one more question before we move into psychedelics. So there is actually one question. Oh, I don't know because it might open up a whole can of worms, and we'll save it into the psychedelic part because actually I think that's important because there have
yeah,
been calls even in England. There's a Tory MP called I just got his name up as you're talking called Crispin Blunt, who've been talking about that and its effects, PTSD, etc. So I really do want to go on to that. With the next part, obviously you've had issues, and the reason why you can talk about these things now is because you're no longer doing therapy because the Netherlands has threatened to fine you, right?
yeah,
Could you talk about that experience? So I mean, even from hearing the conversation we've just had,
yeah,
you are not going at it with like a zeal, right? You're not saying, yeah, take any turkey tail, yeah, take any cordyceps,
yeah,
yeah, take any reishi. You just go for it, just put it down your throat. You're not. You're saying within balance, right?
yeah, yeah.
So obviously you've done your research, you've done therapy, you've actually helped people with dementia, with cancer, with ADHD,
With a lot of with a lot of
a
yeah,
lot with skin problems,
yeah.
maybe like stopping them from aging, so why? Why did they stop you from giving that information out?
Well, in Holland we've got a name for it. They call it quacksalver.
Mhm.
I don't know if there's an English word, so maybe there is.
Qu-
A quack,
or like a quick fix.
a quack, a quack, charlatan. They call
Oh,
it a charlatan.
charlatan. Oh, yeah,
Charlatan.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Or a quack. Okay, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Um, yeah, I understand it because if you tell people the turkey tail can heal cancer, you will play with the hope of people. And if somebody gets the diagnosis cancer, and I will tell, yeah, you have to take some turkey tail and then you will heal.
Mm.
That's a big problem. And with the internet, a lot of crap, uh, uh, disinformation
Mm.
or incomplete information. It's not disinformation, but incomplete information. Um, so they are really on it. The government is really on it. And if I tell people that it can cure cancer or you will be healed from HDHD,
Mm.
um, yeah, it's illegal. I cannot tell that.
Yes, I see. So you can't say it in a professional sense,
No,
but
yes, because it's my responsibility.
right, I see. So
My
it's more
responsibility.
an anecdotal thing, so to speak. So
Yeah.
it's because it's not done like it's not gone through university trials. It's not seen as the solution that has been through statistics to work. Because actually, this is something that I because so just to kind of give you a bit of beat about how I approach things, I look at stats and I see, look, if this is happening, then this is the cause, or this has happened, then this is the problem, right? So I like to take the Western approach, but you can see the benefits, like you said, you know, anecdotally from all these mushrooms. So it's quite hard to get that balance unless a university does research on it, which you said like Canada are doing and China have done in the past. They just didn't put it in a university.
Well,
So,
they did. They did. If you look into the internet, you find a lot, really a lot of scientific articles about medical mushrooms, but um, every person is different.
hmm,
Every person is different, and you cannot say the turkey tail is a cancer cure
right.
medicine because you don't know it for sure. But what I can say is if you got cancer, your immune system is very, very busy to get rid of the cancer. So boost that immune system with that turkey tail so the body's got enough energy to heal the cancer. So you
Hmm,
got more percent
hmm.
to get healed. It's just a win-win situation.
So it increases your chances, or it
Yeah,
doesn't do harm to your chances. You and actually, this is something that I had a problem with. So one of my cousin's husband passed away because he refused to take kidney treatment and decided to go Ayurvedic, right?
yeah, just
Fine,
like that. Yeah,
but that's a problem. Yeah, what you're saying is actually no, do the treatment that is recommended by a doctor, but have these things because they're not going to harm you. But don't
yeah.
stop your treatment. Like,
But the most difficult thing is I want to bring the regular medicine, the regular doctors with the mushroom doctors together and to get a win-win. But a lot of doctors they are so linear thinking.
mm,
They don't want to know. And they don't want to take the time. I spoke to some doctors and they told me, Erwin, we know it's good. We know it's got benefits, and we know that there's no problem with it. But
mm,
if I tell this, um, I'm losing my registration.
yeah,
So
that's
that's a big thing, and I think it's the big pharma, of course,
mm,
uh, because on the mushroom you cannot have a patent.
yeah, you can't pay. That's annoying. That's really annoying. So a lot of it you reckon could be because like the reason why these supplements, right,
Yeah,
aren't being promoted by the health cares is because of the drug companies looking at them in a negative light.
yeah, yeah,
That sucks.
yeah,
That
yeah.
sucks.
It sucks, but the good thing is we can figure it out by ourselves. And if you think logical, all the
Mm.
food that we take are empty food. It's empty. If you there's so much stuff in it to kill bacteria, to kill just to have a longer, how do you call it? Uh,
Shelf life.
Yeah, shelf life. Yeah. So, but all that nutrition that kill bacteria also kills bacteria in the stomach, in the
Mm.
digestive system. So we've got a poor digestive system, and that's why we've got so much diseases, degenerative diseases.
Mm.
Um, in Holland, we've got only 17 million people, and
Yeah.
55% of all that people got more than two diseases,
Wow.
chronic
Right.
diseases. And I think that's not good. If you go to the basis, it's always the digestive system,
So
because we need to digest, or if we don't digest, we will be digested
we will.
by
Yeah.
fungi like eczema or other things. That's the only thing in life, digesting or being digested.
So you need your body to train so that your body can fight. It's like
Right. Yeah,
a
you have,
martial art.
yeah. So if you've got a cactus,
Hmm.
his genes are evolved into the desert. If
Hmm.
you put a cactus into Holland or in England, uh, it will die.
Mm.
Fungi will eat it. Fungi will eat it because he's not strong enough. He's in the wrong environment.
Mm.
If you take just like an apple tree and you put it into the desert, it will die.
Mm.
So I think that we are living as a human person in a wrong environment. We've got no
Yes.
nature. We are living in an apartment with no plants. We go working 40 hours a week, maybe more, sitting on a desk watching some. So it's not a good environment.
Hmm.
And if we eat, we
Yeah.
don't eat food. We hyper management, hyper. Uh, it's not food. If you everything with a package, it's not food. It tastes nice, and it gives you a nice feeling, but your body doesn't know what to do with all that nutrients.
Yeah. I call McDonald's something like McDonald's, like the golden bum, because you got the M and you go
Yeah.
upside down. And honestly, the you can see like whenever I eat it, and I've eaten it, I think once this year, and that was at breakfast, because you can feel like the salt and the crap in your body. And I don't have a necessarily healthy diet, right? But when I eat McDonald's, it's particularly, I don't know, I feel it like I'm not getting anything out of it. So,
Oh, it's just, and it is even not tasty. It's even not tasty.
no,
Uh,
it's the salt, isn't it? That's what gets you
yeah.
addicted, the salt and the sugar. Oh, yeah.
So
McDonald's.
what did I learn working with with fungi as a therapist? Um, People are changing when they start using mushrooms. They are
Mm,
changing. The mental thing is changing. How do you see life is changing. You're getting more social, but
mm,
also you don't want to get that crap anymore in your body, because if you start to get just like the Chaga or the turkey tail, you feed the body,
mm,
then you will feel how your body feels when it's feeded enough.
mhm,
And if you do that for a month or maybe 2 months,
mhm,
everything's going to change in your life, because the most important thing is going to be your own life again, your own body.
mm,
Because if your body is healthy,
mhm,
the mind will follow the body. And if
mhm,
you are feeding your body, depression will go away. And anxiety will go away because you are fit, you are healthy.
mhm,
And once you feel that, you never want to go back to that inflammation body that you have. So the normal that you understand for now. So
mhm,
this is normal. Will change, and then everything will change. You don't overeat anymore. Just
mm.
like I think this might be interesting. There was a guy. He weighed 160 kilos, obese,
Wow. Yeah, big boy.
big boy. Um, and he went to the doctor, and everything was out of balance, critically. Really high blood pressure. His heart was not good. Blood sugar going to the roof. Everything was completely out of balance. And the doctor told him, if you don't change anything, you will die. And he got a daughter of 12 years old, and he came to me and says, I want to live. So we started with the turkey tail. We didn't do anything about a diet, just the turkey tail. The turkey tail and the cordyceps. With 4 weeks, he loses 20 pounds, 20 kilos. 20 kilos.
Wow.
That's so much. It
Yeah.
can't be fat. That can't be fat. It can't be fat. So that kilos he lost, it is because he got inflammation. So it's all water, water,
Water.
go
Yeah.
and moisture go into the inflammation. So after a month, his body is going into homeostasis. And then he didn't want to eat bread. He didn't want to eat junk food. He didn't want to do it anymore. So the diet changes by itself because he feels better.
So you're
Of course,
essentially hacking your body with these five mushrooms. You're hacking your body into
yeah, but it's
affecting.
you tell you say hacking, but I don't say it's hacking. It's getting back to reverse
Sorry,
to
yeah, yeah.
the basic, because
Unhacking.
I think hacking is what chemical industry is doing with all that medicine. Of course, when you are obese, you've got another problem, and it's always an emotional problem because you eat your emotions away. So when you are losing weight, that energy comes into your body, and then the emotions starts, and you will
Yes.
feel, and what's going to happen? You want to eat again. So that's the point we put into the reishi and lion's mane.
So,
So the stress reduce a little bit, and then the lion's mane will give some energy and focus, and reduces some depressed feelings. And then when he was fine, maybe 120 kilos, we started with psychedelic mushrooms to get rid of the trauma.
right.
So
Okay.
if you want to start with the trauma, he will eat more and more and more because his body is not healthy enough to get rid of the trauma. You have to be some will. You have to need willpower to talk about your emotions.